in a world full of noise, constant change, it's just so easy to get caught up into the latest trends, into whatever is the last faff. Now, last week, a friend shared some post about the stop doing Scrum and the need to abandon it altogether. Especially the hoops into these conversations, just to sort of get attention, I think. Before we jump on the bandwagon, let's just take a moment to reflect. Now, first, just don't be fooled by clickbait. That's all it is. People love to declare the death of Agile, the death of Scrum, or any popular framework, or even, if the last thing is AI, well, let's talk about AI. And that is for attention. Now, as a seasoned Agile practitioners, we know better. Now, really be more smart, more than this, and see through the noise. I have been an Agile practitioner for over a decade and a half by now, and you can see this ordeal of the trends coming and going, right? Life is perishable, so do care on where are you putting your attention? Where do you play your attention? Is it noise? Is it value? Now, frameworks like Scrum are that a framework. So think about tools. They're not enemies, nor best friends or saviors. They don't have a personal interest into what are you up to. It's a framework. Because at the end of the day, they can't care. They don't know your context. And that is where you come in. Frameworks don't have your interest at the heart. They can't because they don't know you. And context is everything. Now, every team is different. Instead of falling for the absolutes, and trying to work out or get from somewhere a step-by-step list to success or shopping list of things to do, really focus on to what works. First, find out what works. And what is your specific situation? Next, I'm not going to dissect and go into each one of the points and those recent posts. I'm not going to go point by point because that is just pointless. But talking about points, what is not pointless is to understand that, I'm just going to mention one of the things, that variety on story points across teams can be helpful and can be healthy. So if you'd like me to go deeper into this particular topic in a future video, then just leave me a comment below and then that's fine. I can cover that. Now, to wrap up this rant, I really think we need to shift our focus because it's not about being right or wrong. So when we move from right and wrong and focus on what's helpful or not, when we understand that frameworks, techniques, practices, tools are there to enable. So focus on that rather than on activities or checklists. When we focus on value, when we focus on being attuned on what's evolving over following a plan, when we focus on finishing over starting, when we focus on joy, there are valuable tools and practices that can certainly help us to achieve these goals. How you embrace them in your unique context is what truly is going to make the difference. Now, interestingly, one last thought is that in all these faff threads over the last weeks and posts and whatever, there was a constant pattern on the comments from others on how successful call it Agile, Scrum, deliveries, whatever, had a common pattern, which was a guidance from an Agile coach or similar. So there is so much value in getting help to see through. That's also at work. If you focus on the how and get a figure that helps you through facilitation and all of that, there is much value in there. I thought that was very interesting, obviously biased from the work that I do. So let's really choose to see through the noise, embrace what works, right? Taking up a notch, and focus on what really matters. The question is, are you ready to become more agile?